It's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. It's here, it's here, it's here.
To the desk. Hey guys.
Hello.
Welcome to the Lydia and Ethan channel. We have some really exciting news, and this box is actually containing some of that great news. We sent in one of our videos to Sony. Yes, the Sony. We sent in a video of ours that we recorded earlier this year in March or so.
March.
It is our video where we spend a whole day with our friend Damien, who was a homeless man in Charleston, South Carolina. But basically every year Sony has a vlog contest, and this year's contest was doing good and making a difference. And so we submitted our video to Sony as part of this vlog contest. And surprisingly enough, as a global vlog contest that was submitted by thousands and thousands of people, we won.
We won! And
Like-
what did we win?
We won a Sony camera.
We won a camera!
I'm pumped about this camera, but I'm even more pumped about just us winning and feeling like our videos are, one, making a difference, but also just like we're doing the right thing. So everybody who's watching our channel, those of you who are already subscribed, and those of you who are first now seeing this video for the very first time, thanks for subscribing, thanks for supporting us. It truly means a lot, and your feedback is very valued.
Yes, you helped us win this.
Okay, so if you're seeing this video and you want to know either how to become a better vlogger, or if you are entering your vlogs into the Sony vlog challenges in the future, we're gonna go through in this video our different tips of how to make better vlogs so that you guys can become better creators, more fluid with how your video moves along, and overall just get more efficient with how you do vlogs. Before you click away, make sure you watch the end of this video because we are going to be doing an awesome review of this vlogging camera compared to our cinema camera that we're recording with right now. If you're somebody who's a creator, wants to do home videos, just document life, this camera might be perfect for you, but if you're somebody who wants something a little bit more advanced, it might help seeing the difference between our cinema camera and the camera that is in this box right now. So let's open this bad boy up.
Let's get it.
Ooh.
I asked him if he wanted scissors, and he said, no.
I don't need no scissors.
I'm just gonna rip it up.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. That's nice and shiny.
The ZV-E10 right there. Whoop. They also sent us the Sony wireless Bluetooth vlogging grip. Ooh, nice little the last camera didn't have one of these. Nice little Sony strap. Hey, they sent us some bricks. Nobody sends bricks anymore. People, Apple especially, send us some bricks to charge our stuff because we don't have any more.
To the side.
This is sweet.
Ooh, look at
Fancy.
that.
4K. But does it have a flip out screen though?
Yes, it
does. Wow, that actually feels way nicer than our ZV-1 that we're selling right now. So it has a nice little flip out camera. Screen. It rotates, and it actually has detachable lenses.
Oh.
Here's the sensor. Pretty sweet. I love the fact that it has interchangeable lenses. Makes a big difference. Okay, so they sent us this camera, and then they also sent us this brand new grip. There it is. Nice little grip. There she is. And now you have a nice little Bluetooth camera. And vlogging to this thing so much heavier than our other ZV-1 camera.
And the grip turns into like a little tripod as well.
Yeah, it does. So you can set
that's
it up,
cool.
Put it up, start talking, vlogging, doing all the things. This is our ZV-1. This is our first vlogging camera. It's actually the camera we did most of our first videos with. And the only reason we're upgrading from this one to this one is because we got this one for free. So this one's great. It does really good. It's very small. Does great 4K footage, nice slow-mo. This thing's supposed to be almost as good as like an A7S III, I've heard.
It is nice. It has a bigger screen too than this one.
yeah.
So this one's just a little bit smaller, but the screen is bigger on this one. So that's really nice.
Yeah, and this is a much wider lens as well. Let's go.
So right now, guys, we're in our kitchen and we are actually going to be making some orange
citrus slice garland. It's really cool. It's holiday season, so it's time to start the holiday decor crafts. So what's gonna happen right now is we are gonna be using both cameras, our cinema camera and our Sony camera, and Ethan will put below, just in a title, what camera is being used so that you can actually compare the footage as we go on. So let's get started. Okay, so we need to preheat our oven. We're basically just dehydrating these in the oven, so just the lowest temperature your oven goes. Mine is 200. Let's start slicing.
I'm not excited about this part because I don't trust Lydia with knives, but here we go.
I am a 28-year-old woman. I can handle a knife just fine. So now that the oranges are in the oven, they're gonna be in there for a really long time. I'm talking like 4 to 6 hours. But pro tip to make it go faster is use a cooling rack. This will let air get in between each side of it and it lets them dry out a lot faster. Which leads us to tip number 1 for how to get better at vlogging. You're gonna wanna make sure that you are creating a story with every vlog. So make sure you know where you're going in your vlog. People don't just wanna watch you just vlog throughout your day. People want to see a story happening. So think it all out, plan it all out, and make sure you have a consistent story from start to the end.
Okay, so there's some really big differences that I've already noticed between the ZV-E10 and my Sony FX3. One of those is a big one, which is lack of dynamic range. There's already a huge difference between the color, the details, the color depths, and things like that. The ZV-E10 really packs a punch, but I just don't feel like it matches the beauty of the Sony FX3. The other thing that I noticed that is actually crazy and a huge downfall of this camera is this. When I put active stabilization on, look what happens. So right now, there's no active stabilization on. Now watch this.
Oh.
Same distance. Look how much it cropped in on my face just from putting active stabilization on. It's crazy, isn't it?
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's like compared to our ZV-1, this thing crops in like almost half the picture, it feels like. That is like one thing I'm like, I don't know why they would even, I don't know how they missed that between the ZV-1 and the ZV-E10 or whatever. I don't get that. So that was a really big downfall. I feel like they totally should have fixed on this thing. But other than that, you know, I just keep this active stabilization off because it crops in way too much. I think if you were doing like B-roll or cinema stuff, you could put it on and, you know, just be further away from your subjects. But if you're in selfie mode right now and you're walking around,
your arm
just
is
trying
only
to
so long.
cruise it out, I'm like trying to stretch my arm out as far out as I can get it, and it's still just not far enough. So the other thing that I noticed about this little camera is it's a 16mm camera, and it says that the lens is 16mm. This is also a 16mm lens, and it feels like this thing is so much wider than what the camera that I'm shooting on right now. Because I have this camera as far away as I can get, like I can barely reach it. And with this camera, I could put this camera probably a foot away, 2 feet away, and get the exact same picture. It just seems like even though it's 16mm, it doesn't feel like it's real 16mm. So another point for the Sony FX3. Let's go to tip number 2 of how to be a better vlogger. Here we go. Tip number 2, come up with some creative perspectives. In this video, since it's really cold out, usually we would be doing like GoPro footage, drone footage, our DSLR, things like that. give your audience multiple different perspectives of where you are and what you're doing. So in this instance, I put the camera up on top of our fridge. It kind of shows our kitchen and the absolute mess that it is right now. Right, babe?
We have 4 kids, okay?
She's coming in.
We have 4 kids. It is what it is. It's better than what it was an hour ago.
But you're seeing a different perspective. Keep the camera moving, give the people some different perspectives as much as you can. And it is possible to do that with only 2 cameras.
And do some fun transitions.
Yeah.
Like one of these. All right, so back to the garland. I have been dehydrating these for a few days now. So here are some that are already finished. Aren't they so cute? They're just so pretty. When they're in the light, they like kind of look like a stained glass effect.
Right now. Put it in the
it's like
light.
a stained glass effect.
It.
Oh,
wow.
Stained glass.
Beautiful.
It's so pretty.
So
what we're gonna do is I am actually adding this to some garland that I got at Hobby Lobby. What you do is you can go and get some ornament hangers. They have them in all different colors, but I like the green ones for greenery garland because it makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. So all you're gonna do is just poke a hole through it, put it on there, tighten it up, and then pick a cute spot for it to live. If you want to know, it is October 18th. Is this a little early? Maybe, but at the same time it's orange. So it's like fall garland, Christmas garland, all the garlands. It's just, Christmas is the best time of year. I usually decorate on Halloween, so.
Okay, as I'm filming with this thing without active stabilization, I realize how like just shaky my hands are. So I'm gonna go back to the other camera and you're just gonna see how much less shaky it is with real active stabilization. Let's go back.
All right, so coming at you with tip number 3 for becoming a better vlogger. Keep it moving. People do not wanna see as much as you think they wanna see.
That's perfect, babe. Now let's keep moving with this vlog. I'm just kidding.
So as much as you shot, I'm sure you've shot a lot of footage that you're in love with, you're not gonna use nearly as much as you think you are. So keep your shots a lot shorter than you thought that you would want whenever you were shooting it, and just pick from the best, keep it concise. That's what you need to do.
Here's one last thing on this camera. This is where the EV10 beats the FX3. The FX3 is easily, with a lens on it, 3 to 4 times as heavy. So when you've got your arm out, you're doing your vlog, you're vlogging, you know, whatever, the FX3 is so much heavier. It's way more dense. So with my arm held out right now, my arm gets tired after like 2 to 3 minutes of holding this thing out. So the benefit and the point that would go to the EV10 is just the compact size, the lightness of it, the ability to walk around and hold your arm out and not get tired. Sorry, I had to put the camera down because my arm got tired. We are going on a cruise in February, and we're actually going to be bringing this EV10 with us for that whole cruise to vlog with. So there are instances where the FX3 really doesn't make sense to take with you on different trips where you've got kids all over you, or maybe you're backpacking, or maybe you're traveling with very limited space. That is going to be our scenario. So when we travel, we're going to be filming with this thing. So I know that I've been knocking this thing pretty much the entire vlog. It's just because I'm comparing it to such an advanced camera. This thing really does pack a punch for really what it is, and the sensor on it is actually pretty big for this small of a camera. Like, it's pretty beautiful. Like, when you look at that thing, it's a pretty good size sensor for what it is. And so I'm actually really excited to use this thing. I'm excited to use it more often. We'll probably be able to dial in the settings a little bit better and just, you know, kind of figure out like, okay, when the ISO is at this setting, it gets grainy, it gets noisy, stay away from that, you know. So I think we're gonna start figuring that out. It actually took me time with my FX3 to figure out what ISOs to stay away from. So every camera does take time to learn, to figure out its flaws and ways to work around them. Thank you, Sony, so much for this camera. We really are appreciative of it, and we're excited to use it. But the FX3 just takes the cake. It's just so beautiful.
So thank you so so much for watching, and Sony, thank you so much again for the camera. We are so appreciative of it. Thank you for the judges who voted for us and picked us. We cannot wait to use this camera even more, and we're just so stoked about it. So guys, make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already. Next week, the next video that is coming out, we are gonna tell you how we got to 1,000 subscribers practically overnight through using YouTube Shorts. So you're gonna wanna see that video. We give lots of great tips, lots of great insight, and we just have so many great videos coming that you're not gonna wanna miss out on. So thank you for watching. Go ahead and like, comment below if you've used one of these cameras before, what you like about them, and we will see you next time.
Okay, what you're watching here is my wife getting the most beautiful short
In the
footage.
wild.
Wow. Getting the most beautiful short footage known to man.
I'm really into this orange garland. It's amazing.
I'm really into the DJI microphones because I can walk out of the shot and I'm still talking to you. You're probably bored by now and I've already left the video, so we'll see you on the next one.
Okay, go above.
I'm tired. We're all tired.
Can you come video me?
Thanks for watching. You want me to video you?